3 days ago, a gentleman went on to Google and he Googled one of my keywords and he found me on the first page of Google. He then read the blogs and the articles on my website. He then checked me out on LinkedIn, he checked me out on Twitter, he checked me out on Discuss, he checked me out, I don't know where else, but I'm in a few places. And he looked at all of this and he saw, oh yes, I was in the media as well, and he saw all that. And he put it all together and said, hey, this guy is saying the same thing in all of these messages. So he thought, this guy's for real. And he picked up the phone and phoned me after subscribing to my list. And that was 2 days ago. Yesterday I sat down and signed a 600,000 Rand deal with him. Now that's results.
Sure.
But let me tell you how it started. About 6 or 7 months ago, I sat down with Warren and I said to him, how do I get myself exposed in the net? And he said to me, well, I can see you're an authority in your subject. He says, but the world doesn't know that. And you can be the best in the world, but if nobody knows it, it's wasted. And the internet is the new shop front. I think he used the example of you can have the best shop in the world, but if it's on the 10th floor of a building and nobody comes to it, you're going to go bankrupt, which is what I was sitting with. So he set me on this program. The first thing was to set up a website and start blogging every week, and I've started building a list. He spoke words like tribe, which to me was a bit arbitrary at the time, but now I understand what he's talking about. You've got to build your tribe, build a list of people that you're emailing regularly. I email my blog out every single week, and every email that I blog out becomes information on my website. So our website is growing in authority. People are finding me on the first page of Google. We've done a lot of work on keyword search and search engine optimization on that website that we built. And I can literally write an article and find myself on the front page of Google in 3 days' time with that article. That's what's happening at the moment. And then once we got the website up and running, Warren advised me, he said, okay, now you need to get your authority spread a bit wider. And I didn't quite understand, but by now I was listening to him. And I set up my LinkedIn profile, my Twitter profile. I thought Twitter was for children to tell each other when they were at the shops or whatever, but I've seen that's a very, very valuable business tool. Yes. We set up a Facebook profile for my business as well as my own. And all of these things together, I've now seen how they work together. Because what they do, all together, they create and establish you as an authority in the subject. I've had the press contact me. I wrote a controversial article, well, it wasn't so controversial, but it seemed to be. And before I knew it, South Africa got hold of me, asked me for an interview that evening on primetime television. And I had 3,000 hits on my website that day. My subscriber list doubled in 2 days based on that. Based on that article, today I got a call from one of the biggest magazines in the country wanting to run my story. And all of this comes from this combined effort of people I found nowadays when they want to, before they do business with you, they check you out.
Okay.
They want to see if you actually are the real deal.
Yes.
And often I find that by the time the guy sits down in front of me, he knows me. It's weird. It's actually, I've got to get used to it. But he says, I've read your articles, and you find, what else can I tell this person? But it's interesting nonetheless. And they're saying, I just now want to meet you. Once I've met you now, that's all said and done. You're a real person. You're not some scam artist or whatever it is. And everything you're saying on the media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on television, is all the same thing. And I found my clients are now coming to me and queuing up. I haven't had this experience before. Normally I'm sort of going to them cap in hand, if there's a good deal, can we do this? And actually now I'm having to say, look, I'm struggling to fit you all in. And it's wonderful. So I can wholeheartedly endorse what Warren does. He knows his stuff. And you can't go far wrong by taking his advice. Thank you. And I'm Neil Vorster, by the way. You can find me on the web.